Hey, so let's do a quick analysis for 12th of Jan and let's see the stocks and how they're formed. So I'm seeing a lot of positions which are getting created in Biocon, and the result is much in the mid of Feb. And before that, I think the stock is going for the levels of 230. So we would be definitely keeping a track of it. The next one is again pharma stock Cipla. So Cipla was always trending between this levels of 1080, was always acting like a support, but today it gave a very decisive close. So tomorrow going forward, we will see if it is able to reverse and if it is again able to enter this 1100, else Cipla can correct much more from here and go towards the levels of 1000 or 960. Actually, last time we created positions around about at 960 if I remember correctly. Aishamoto, it seems like it's trying to get some support, and at least it was able to hold the levels of 3100. Aishamoto we discussed yesterday, and today we were on the short side, so we made a good trade on this one. This video where I discuss the levels, you can find it in the upper right hand corner clicking on the IB button. IDFC यहाँ पे एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग पैटर्न फॉर्म हो रही है वेयर IDFC सीम्स लाइक ये 86 के ऊपर क्लोजिंग देगी कि नहीं, ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग होगा देखने के लिए. बट नो मैटर व्हाट, इट सीम्स लाइक देयर आर सम पॉजिटिव positions which are getting created over here. IGL is again, this is a typical flag pattern, you can see. So we are just waiting for stock to close below the levels of 415, and from there onwards you can easily see a target of 390 coming in very quickly. So IGL is also very weak. National Alum, so this was actually also making higher highs and higher lows. So it seems like there are also some positions which are getting created, but I would be skeptical, and I think it should again come back towards the levels of 80 and retest the levels of 80. NMDC, a very strong closing. You can see it was it has a gap which it has to fill for 130, and so going forward we are also going to see of how this stock actually behaves tomorrow. Reliance, it seems like Reliance has to hold the ground of 2500. That's very important. So for it to move forward, we have to be tracking this levels of 2565, and this is a very important zone, and once it's able to breach that, it will easily go towards the levels of 2600. That it did, and now it seems like again it's trying to get some support from this region of 2500. Let's see. So this would be something of interest. Tomorrow is an expiry, and so going forward it might very well be that this Reliance is again able to go towards the levels of 2600 just to have an expiry over the levels of 18,000. SRF, it's a very weak structure. It was one of the top losers for today throughout the day, and it was a good trade also. So going forward, you can see this also Navin Fluorine was also a very good trade from which came from midday today, and the main reason of me creating some short positions in Navin Fluorine was because of SRF also. It seems like this is entering into a very bearish pattern. And also on the top of that, Aarti Industry is also trading near 52-week low. So I have a Twitter handle in which I actually mention all these stocks which are near 52-week high and 52-week low. So so the whole of the chemical sector is quite weak. The next stock is Tata Consumer. So basically today we traded two Tata stocks. One was three Tata stocks. In the morning we traded Tata Motors in the very first one half hour, and then onwards there was this Tata Com which ended towards day high, and Tata Consumer which ended towards day low. So both of these stocks are very important, very interesting in the sense that it theoretically it always moves between the levels of 780 and 770, and as soon as it will give a closing above 780, then again it will jump towards the levels of 800. For now it seems like it's trying to get some support from these regions. As you can see, there are this wicks over here, and today let's see if there is a continuation and if there is an explicit close below the levels of 755 for tomorrow. So that's all folks, thanks a lot. Hope this video is going to give you some idea, and bye bye.